Let's talk about Casio. It's the brand that many of us probably wore as our first watch. It's a brand that, as far as watch history goes, can be seen like the college kid. Not a kid in the industry, but still youthful, with a lot more to come. My oh my, have they made their mark in a short period of time. Now, you're going to have to bear with me here, but I would liken Casio to the Elon Musk in the industry. They are constantly pushing the limits and changing the game. Today we are talking about the Casio G Shock MTG-G. Welcome to this Chisholm Hunter review. Every week we do watch reviews, so if you love luxury watches as much as we do, make sure you hit that subscribe button to see more. Let's take a quick dive into their history for a second. While they're known for watches, the company actually didn't begin life selling them. Founded in 1946 in Japan after the war, the founder, Tado Casio, started producing mechanical parts. He was joined by his brothers who had expertise in electronics, and by 1949 they had began producing calculators. In the 1950s, they had successfully produced Japan's first electronic calculator, and it was small enough to be portable. By the time the 70s came around, Casio was a household name with their calculator success, and even started producing wrist calculators. They produced their first watch in 1974, and the rest was history. Which brings us to the present day, and this is no ordinary G-Shock. This MTG is really in its own league when it comes to the range that Casio have, and how much they've managed to pack into this model. So what does the MTG part mean? Well, it stands for Metal Twisted G-Shock, and this is a nice upgrade from the old familiar plastic. Coming in at 51mm, with a lug-to-lug of 55.1mm and a thickness of 15.9mm. This watch is not small by any means. This is a large timepiece, but that's partly due to Casio's styling. And when you hear all the tech that this timepiece has, it begins to make sense. Being a G-Shock, like every G-Shock, there's certain stats it needs to hit in order to qualify for G-Shock's status. And these include the triple 10 principle. It basically means 10 years of battery life, 10 bar water resistance, which I might add this MTG exceeds with 20 bars, and finally the last principle, which is shock resistance, to drops from up to 10 meters, and that might be where the name G-Shock came from. Touching back on this piece, the water resistance is actually 200 meters. It also features a screw down crown to ensure this, and it features an LED illumination that makes me reminisce of the old days. I remember when I first had a Casio and I used to light my screen just to enjoy that feeling of a gadget on my wrist. It's in the name, but this G-Shock is different because of the materials used for the case and the bracelet. They call it a carbon monochrogue, and you'll excuse my Scottish accent here. It's a combination of metal and carbon, which makes it tough and very light for its size, weighing only 156 grams. The red detailing is a nice touch to this particular model, and what impresses me most are the way that Casio have managed to fit so much functionality while maintaining great legibility. These functions are all utilised by the pushers on the bezel, including LED illumination, stop time, start, mode, change and rest. Those functions include alarms and a stopwatch, but wait till we get to the movement. But before we get to the movement, did you know that Chisholm Hunter is actually authorised retailers for Casio watches? If you would like to shop this Casio model or any in the Casio range, make sure you check out our website at chisholmhunter.co.uk. That's chisholmhunter.co.uk. It's actually important to say before we move on to that movement that this G-Shock models has domed sapphire crystal glass, and that really fits in with the hardy feel of this model. I feel like I could take it anywhere and it just wouldn't damage. So as you all know, G-Shock doesn't have a movement as you know it, but what it does have is exactly what you're after. It has top of the range tech, and to be honest, it kind of astounds me. To be very accurate, they use a powerful dual coil motor that runs all the features. You can connect this piece via Bluetooth and get accurate time from an internet server. It actually automatically adjusts times between zones, and what's more, all this is powered by Touch solar charging system that uses solar power to charge and is very eco-friendly. This power allows the piece to run on a battery for over 5 months on a full charge without further exposure to light, which to me is very impressive. If you're a fan of Casio, please let me know in the comments what your first Casio model was. I'd really love to know. And before I go, please hit that subscribe button and we'll see you in the next one.